A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back in the Park Cricket League. It is day number 8, and it is the Park Lions up against the Park Tigers. The Park Tigers winning the toss and electing to field first, and starting off with Sham in this very first over. So going with spin straight away up against Tushar Jha, the left-handed batter. Right arm off spin up against the left-hand batter, and usually the bowler gets the better of it. Once again, just pushed on the offside. So back-to-back dot deliveries. Well, once again, a very crucial encounter for both the sides. And they would be wanting to get one over each other. Tushar is joined out there by the hard-hitting Vijay Singh. This time played on the leg side, straight to the fielder at mid-on. And this time a wide delivery down the leg side. So the first run on the board for the Park Tigers. The first extra of the innings. And this time it's played in the air. And it will land safely. Well, the fielder has misjudged that one completely. And it's a black sphere 4 for Tushar Jha, the first one of this game. Well, not quite very intended. And the fielder, in all fairness, should have stopped that one. Couldn't quite judge the spin on the ball. A diving effort in the end, but still not good enough. And 4 runs to the total. This time it struck the pad. Big appeal. And the umpire not interested. Maybe just angling down that leg side. Well, beautifully bowled by Sham once again. And the batter is struggling at the moment, Tushar Jha. He's got a boundary, but it's not quite what he intended either. So right on top here, Sham. And this time played straight to the fielder on the offside. So that is now the end of the first over. The score at 5 without a wicket for the Park Lions. Well, once again it struck the pad. Big appeal. Well, Naman is bowling this second over. And Vijay Singh straight away under pressure. Beautiful delivery. Well, we saw a very low scoring contest yesterday between the Park Indians and the Park Super Kings. And, well, the Park Cricket League has offered plenty of runs apart from that game yesterday so far. It will be interesting to see how does it pan out today. This time a wide delivery down the leg side. So the second extra of this innings. Naman coming over the wicket to the right-handed Vijay Singh. Well, he is really a hard hitter. He can hit the long ball. And someone that they would be wanting to get earlier. The Park Tigers. Well, once again, beautifully bowled and nicely pushed away on the offside by Vijay Singh. Leading his side today. Wanting to play a big innings. And this time played on that leg side. Straight to the fielder. And he gets off the mark, Vijay Singh, off his third delivery. Brings the left-handed Tushar Jha back on strike, who has one boundary to his name already. So it seems like Naman is going to come around the wicket now to the left-handed Tushar Jha. Well, it's kind of a slow start for the Park Lions. Remember, 4 overs of power play plus the 2 overs of power surge. So the batters will have to play according to that. Once again, it's in the air. And just over the fielder. Well, he got a hand to it. And they scamper across for a quick single in the end. Well, an excellent effort out there by the fielder. And that would have been a wonderful catch had he held on to it. Outstretched arm. And full marks for the effort. A single nonetheless for Tushar Jha, bringing Vijay Singh back on strike. Vijay Singh, it seems like he's going to play the second fiddle in this partnership at the moment. And this time he's played that one over the infield. Vijay Singh showing his class, and that's his first Black Sphere 4. A beautiful strike over the fielder at mid-off. And some runs inside this power play for the Park Lions. One more delivery left in the second. And once again, just pushed on the offside. So straight to the fielder. Dot delivery to end the second. At the end of the second, now the Park Lions are 12 without a wicket. Right then, it is going to be the Hulk, Sham, to continue in this third over. 12 without a wicket at the moment after 2 overs. Once again up against Tushar Jain. He's played that one nicely on that leg side. There is protection out there and a single taken. So that brings Vijay Singh on strike, and Vijay Singh would be licking his lips up against the off spinner inside the power play. Well, this time pushed on the offside, and he's played that one beautifully into the gap. Well, the fielder does extremely well. And once again, just a single. Well, a beautiful stop, saving certain 3 runs for his side. So Sham once again up against the left-hander, and he would be eyeing him. He would be wanting to get one better of him. And this is the opportunity for Sham. He's got still plenty of deliveries left in this over. Once again, it struck the pad. Well, it was definitely angling down the leg side. Once again offered a lot of flight, and this time a low full toss. And an excellent shot by Tusharja. For the first time, he gets the middle of the bat. And that's his first 4. In fact, his second black sphere 4 for him. The first one wasn't quite intended, but this time it was definitely intended towards that leg side. Well, once again, a big heave towards the leg side, but he will get a single. And now one more delivery left, and he is up against the hard-hitting Vijay Singh. Well, something has to give in on this delivery. And he's gone for the big one. And he's got full use of it. The long levers of Vijay Singh. And the first black sphere 6 of this innings. Straight as you like, long as you like. And that is now the end of the third over with the score at 25 without a wicket. Well, Naman continuing now in this fourth over. Well, Naman is coming around the wicket to Tushar Jha. And this time, maybe down the leg side. Will that be given as a wide? Yes, it will be. So, once again, an opportunity for the umpire to have some exercise for himself. Well, a very good start this for the Park Lions. First, they consolidated and then getting those big shots now. A couple of fours for Tushar Jha and a 4 and a 6 for Vijay Singh. And both the openers are up and running here. Once again, a big heave towards that leg side. It will find the man out there in the deep, so just a single. Well, this time cut away. And once again, Vijay Singh continuing to show his class. Another black sphere 4 for him. My word, he looks set today. And it seems like as if he's in for a big innings today. He is more than capable. He's got his eye in. Well, the key thing for him will be to not throw his wicket away. Still 3 more deliveries left inside this power play. This time it was a slower one. A back of a length delivery. And nicely defended by Vijay Singh. And this time a fuller length. And Vijay Singh, well, he will continue to middle the bat. Once again, long, high and handsome. Second 6. Second black sphere 6 for Vijay Singh. Well, this time a much better delivery. So that is now the end of the fourth over with the score at 37 without a wicket for the Park Lions. So the power play overs have been concluded, and Sham once again continuing, eyeing for the opening wicket still here. Well, once again just pushed on the offside and scampered across for a quick single. Well, it seems like Tushar Jha wants a change in the bat. Meanwhile, Vijay Singh back on strike, who has already struck a couple of sixes. And he looks to be in the mood today here. And once again he goes big. Once again he finds the maximum. That's his third. Well, he is in here for a big innings, is Vijay Singh. That's his third black sphere six. And the runs keep on flowing out here after a couple of first two tight overs. Well, this time it will be given as a wide. And this time it was in the air. It was a chance, but it's gone right through. And 4 more runs for Vijay Singh. Another black sphere 4. Well, Sham wanting to come around the wicket and keep it away from the arc of the right-handed Vijay Singh. Well, the plan almost worked. Fielder couldn't quite hold on to it. And 4 more runs to the total. Well, this time it struck the pad. It's right in front and it's been given. Big celebration by Sham. Just goes to show how much it means to him. Vijay Singh not impressed at all with the decision given by the umpire. Well, he was coming around the wicket. There was a chance that the ball may be pitched outside the leg stump. But nonetheless, it's been given out by the umpire. And that's the first one gone. Big wicket. Big breakthrough. And Vijay Singh departs 49 for 1. A roots and ritual wicket. Well, in comes Janak and number 3 and straight away a wide. So that will bring up the 50 for the Park Lions. 50 for 1 now with one more delivery left in this fifth. And he's gone for the big one. Straight away Janak. And he takes the single. So that is now the end of the fifth over with the score at 51 for 1. Well, Ankur is continuing now in the sixth over. And once again, well, wanting to go big. This time he will find the fielder out there in the deep. So a single taken. Well, this time wanting to cut that one away through the offside and beaten by Ankur. Well, Tushar Jha has spent a lot of time out there at the crease already. 13 of 16 for him. Not quite able to get away. Just the one good shot that came out the middle. This time pushed on the offside. Well, a single been denied. It went straight to the boundary rider and that should have been taken. It's a dot delivery once again. And applying some pressure out here. And once again straight to the fielder. So just a single on that occasion.
Hello, hello.
Right then, change in the bowling then. It's going to be Rajiv Gokani to continue now in the 7th over. Well, 53 for 1 after 6 overs. And bowled short, and it's been pulled away by the bat of Tushar Jha. Outstanding hit. That's his first 6. That's his first black sphere 6. And continuing with good form even after losing those wickets. Losing that wicket rather. So how does Rajiv Gokani respond here? Well, this time a fuller length. What a delivery that is. Well, talk about a comeback. That's an excellent one. Wanting to drive that one through the offside. Beats the batter. This time just tucked away on this leg side. Straight to the man out there in the deep. So that single brings Janak back on strike, who's faced the 4 deliveries for a couple of runs. Well, once again just pushed back to the bowler. Nicely bowled by Rajiv Gokani. And this time he's gone for the big one. And the fielder couldn't quite hold on to it. It's maybe just fallen just short of him. And a single is all he gets. Janak. So one more delivery left in the 7th over. Well, once again, slightly short. Couldn't quite get the middle of the bat. Finds the man out there at deep mid-wicket. And a nice little stop. So that is another single to end the over. That is the end of the 7th now with the score at 62 for 1 for the Park Lions. Well, Ankur continuing here. He gave away just a couple of runs in his first over. And starts off by giving away another single. Behind square on that leg side. Well, this time hit hard, but it's gone straight to the fielder at long off. And only a single for Janak once again. Not quite able to get the boundaries that he wants. Well, this time charging down the wicket, and the wicketkeeper has spilled it. Well, that was a chance for the Park Tigers. And this time cut away, but straight to the fielder. My word, what a shot. Where did that one come from? By Tushar Jha. 4 more runs to the total. Well, an excellent black sphere 4. And that just might be the shot of the day so far. Pulled away. A bouncer by the spinner. Pretty unusual. And 4 more runs to end the over. Well, in fact, there's still one more delivery left. And this time wide. It's beaten the wicketkeeper as well. 5 bonus runs. Well, the Park Lions will take those with open arms. Not the best of the deliveries. And beats the wicketkeeper as well. Well, this time it's a wayward delivery and another wide delivery. Well, in fact, it's been given as a no ball by the leg umpire. So now a free hit. Well, a chance now for Tushar Jha. Well, he was anyway playing every single delivery as if he was going to have a big swing at it. And this time being a free hit. And he goes for it straight down the ground. It's gone all the way for sure. It has over the fielder at long off. A maximum to end the over. A black sphere 6 to end the over. This has turned out to be a big one for the Park Lions. And this partnership is building along really well now. Well, Rajiv Gokani is bowling this 9th over and just a single of the first two deliveries brings Tushar Jha back on strike, who had a brilliant previous over. 4s and 6s galore in that one. And Rajiv Gokani, well, he's going to come around the wicket to the left-handed Tushar Jha. And once again, it's in the air. This time does not find the distance, and the fielder has taken it. A very good catch. And the Park Lions lose their second. It's a roots and ritual wicket. And Rajiv Gokani strikes in his second over. Well, both the openers depart now. Tushar Jha is starting to look very good. And finally, they have broken this partnership as well, the Park Tigers. Well, once again, wanting to play that one inside out through the offside. And a very good catch out there by the fielder. So 80 for 2 now. Well, Rishil Shah has come in here at number 4. And Rajiv Gokani, well, he has his tail up after that wicket. It's been excellent so far by him in this over. In fact, throughout his spell, you got to say. This time a low full toss. This time it's gone straight to the fielder. Well, just the one run of this over and a wicket. This time nicely played on the offside. Bit of a mix-up, but they make it quite comfortably. So just the 2 runs of the over. That is now the end of the 9th with the score at 82 for 2. Well, starting off with a couple of dot deliveries here. Once again, beautifully bowled. Outside the off stump this time. Very close to finding the outside edge. And all of a sudden, the Park Tigers are pulling things back here. A couple of tight overs is what they needed. And it seems like they're getting them. Well, Sham at the moment, he's into his final over. And this time it's gone behind square. No one out there. It will trickle away to the fence. Another black sphere 4. Well, once again, it was an excellent delivery. Very close to the batter, but he's done really well to shuffle across a little And he's played that one perfectly behind Sway. He knows exactly where the fielders are. And Rishal Shah gets 4 more runs. So in fact, it's been given as a leg by the umpire. So won't quite be credit to Rishal Shah, but nonetheless a good intent to play that shot. Once again, just pushed on the offside, straight to the fielder. This time a low full toss. Can he hold on to it? The fielder, it's gone past him. It's beaten him. And it's another black sphere 4. Well, this time it is definitely off the bat. Playing that one down the ground, in the air. Well, that was the replay of the previous one. Well, this time a low full toss. And, well, the fielder trying something different. And they get across for a single in the end. So now one more delivery left in this 10th over. It's been an expensive one. Well, that was the 4 which was hit previously. Just past the fielder. Well, once again offering a lot of flight. This time given as a wide by the umpire. And Sham, well, he will have to reload once again. Well, this time nicely driven. And a good stop out there by the fielder at long off. So just a single. That is now the end of the 10th over with the score at 93 for 2. And the umpires have called for drinks. Right then, back here. After the drinks break, Rajiv Gokani continuing. Change of ends now. So the leg side will be the shorter side. And the bowlers coming from the turf end now. Starting off with a dot delivery with Janak. He has been struggling slightly out there. 6 of 11 for him. Supported by Rishal Shah. 6 of 8. Two new batters relatively at the crease. And an opportunity for the Tigers to try and get some wickets. This time pushed nicely on the offside. Takes the single. Well, this is the consolidation part of the innings. Well, the wicketkeeper not quite ready. Once again, just pushed on the offside. This time a dot delivery. And there he goes, big Rishal. Well, it was a fuller length and it did not take long to hit that one handsome enough for a maximum. That will bring up the 100 as well. 101 for 2 now for the Lions in this 11th over. And it's a black sphere 6 off the bat of Rishal Shah. Well, that was a neat and a brilliant hit by Rishal Shah. And he would be hoping to have a few more for himself. We have seen some sixes in these. So a change in the ball because the previous one has been lost. So the batter is just wanting to check if it's kind of similar at the least. Because you would expect the ball to get softer. This time it's gone straight up. Chance, keeper takes it. And Rajiv Gokani gets a second. It's another roots and ritual wicket for Rajiv Gokani. And the Lions lose their third. It's 101 for 3 now. Big celebrations out there for the Tigers. Well, in comes Mahib Jain at number 5, plays that one down the ground and he's off the mark straight away. So that is now the end of the 11th over with a score at 102 for 3. A successful one once again for Rajiv Kokani. Well, Manoj continuing and he's clean bowled. Well, a surprise for all of us out here. Not sure exactly what happened out there. Or maybe even a hit wicket. Well, not sure exactly what has happened there. We will have a look at the replay. Meanwhile, it's another roots and ritual wicket for the Tigers. Well, here is the replay of the wicket. Well, not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe the ball crashing onto the stump, just having a flick of it and the bail went flying. Well, nonetheless, it's another wicket. That's the 4th one gone. And Manoj getting his first roots and ritual wicket of his very first delivery. It's 102 for 4 now. Well, in comes Krishna Pathak at number 6. Well, all of a sudden, the Lions are in a spot of bother here. They have been going really well according to the run rate, but they are losing wickets now. And they would be wanting to try and rebuild, try and build a partnership here for at least the next 3 overs from here on. Just play it along the ground, takes those singles and doubles, get at least 20 more in the next 3, and then maybe look to launch in the back end. Because if they lose another wicket here, that will make things very interesting and right in the favor of the Tigers. Still very much in control though, the Lions. This time pushed on the offside, straight to the fielder. Janak, well, at the moment he holds the key here. He has been out there at the crease for quite a while. 7 of 13 deliveries. And he's picked this one up on the leg side. It will go all the way. A black sphere 6 against the run of play by Janak. A beautiful hit through that leg side. Well, it was slightly full and right in the arc of the batter. And Janak taking full advantage of it. Playing that one in the gap as well. This time pushed on the offside. Well, it's gone towards the boundary right and still they deny a single. That's the second time that has happened in this innings. It was an easy one there. But Janak may be just wanting to keep the strike. Well, one more delivery left now in this 12th over. And he split that back to the bowler. And the bowler diving forwards, Manoj. The captain himself almost getting his second. And they scamper across for a single on that occasion. So that is now the end of the 12th over with a score at 110 for 4 for the Park Lions. Well, Rajiv Gokani is going to continue now, and he is into his last over of his spell. 2 for 19 for him in his 3 overs. Well, Janak on strike, plays that one on the leg side for a single. This time nicely driven and straight to the fielder. Well, a slight misfield, but the single was denied always by Krishna Pathak. So it will stay as a dot delivery. Well, the score at the moment is on Nelson. Can Nelson strike for the bowlers once again? Well, once again played down the ground. It misses the bowler, and a single is what they take on that delivery. And that single will bring Janak back on strike. Once again, just pushed on the offside, another single. Well, that's another dot delivery. It's been an excellent over by Rajiv Gokani so far. He's been brilliant throughout, hasn't he, Rajiv Gokani? And once again played down the ground towards the fielder at long off. So another single taken by Krishna Pathak. And that is the end of the 13th over with the score at 114 for 4 for the Park Lions. Once again, a very good shot. This time it is Krishna Pathak, the left-hander. Well, at the start of the 14th over, it's a black sphere 4. Playing that one perfectly through that leg side. Well, this time played down the ground for a single. Well, once again played straight to the fielder. Outstanding effort out there in the field. And a single taken. Well, it's been a decent over this for the Lions. Still 2 more deliveries left in this 14th. And this time he's gone for the big one. And the fielder has taken it. Another one gone. Another wicket for the captain Manoj Dhanwani. And the Lions have lost half their side now. Krishna Pathak departs. 121 for 5. It's a roots and ritual wicket. Well, it was tossed up. And Manoj, well, he wanted to take that risk, wanting Krishna Pathak to go for the big shot. And he's played it straight down the throat of the fielder at long on. Right then, in comes Sahil Patel at number 7. Straight away in the air, easy take. 2 and 2 for Manoj. And the Lions lose their 6th. They have lost their way here. Well, once again it was tossed up. And once again not quite able to get the middle of the bat. New batter coming in and the new batter straight away going out. 121 for 6. And Manoj will be on a hat-trick in the next over. A roots and ritual wicket. Well, no footwork at all, and he was never going to middle that one. And an easy take for Rajiv Gokani. Well, Ashish Mehta continuing here in his 15th. And starts off with a dot delivery. Well, the Tigers having their tails up. Once again, a swing and a miss. Well, this time a throw by the wicket keeper, and they are scampering across and they make it. A bit risky. Well, Janak seems to be playing in some pain out there. Well, this time behind square on the offside, on the leg side rather. The left-handed batter. It was a nothing delivery by Ashish. And easy pickings for the batter. Black sphere 4 for Jay to get off the mark of his very first delivery. Well, once again, it is the left-hand, right-hand combination out there. Well, that can happen with the bowler at times with that left-hand, right-hand combination. Now he decides to come around the wicket to the left-hander. Well, you continuously, repeatedly bowl the line towards the right-hander, and all of a sudden you see a left-hander, and then you just miss your radar. Well, this time a beautiful delivery. Once again wanting to play that one on the onside. This time just tucks it on the leg side. And Ashish Mehta, well, he's fielded himself off his own bowling. Another single. And now one more delivery left in this 15th. Well, this time pulled away. And it's gone straight to the fielder. So that is now the end of the 15th over with a single. With the score now at 128 for 6 for the Lions. Well, Manoj continuing straight away. It's gone up and it's a hat-trick. He's got a hat-trick, Manoj, the captain himself, leading from the front. Well, maybe most of us might not have remembered he got a couple of wickets off his previous over of the couple of last deliveries. And now he gets 3 in a row. Manoj Dhanwani, the hero out here in the Spark Cricket League. That's the first hat-trick of this tournament. And this might be the only one as well. Another Roots and Ritual wicket. And up go the biceps. And the Park Lions, well, who were looking in strong position out there, have lost their 7th now. It's 128 for 7, and that's a big wicket of Janak. Well, Rajesh comes in here at number 9, and finally a delivery ball by Rajesh, where he does not get a wicket. Well, he's eyeing a 5-wicket haul here. He's got a 4 already. That single will bring Jay back on strike. Jay, who hit that boundary in the previous over up against Ashish. Well, how many more can they get from here on, the Lions? 129 for 7 at the moment. Still 28 deliveries left in the innings. And once again played on the offside. Single taken. Well, it's been a brilliant comeback this by the Tigers, hasn't it? They were struggling. They were 100 for 2 after the first 10. 101 for 2 rather. And now they find themselves at 131 for 7, the Park Lions. And Manoj has been the star of the show after that drinks break. Well, once again, it's gone straight up in the air. Is that a chance? It did not carry out there towards the fielder. Well, Manoj is not happy at all with his fielder there. He feels that should have been taken. The fielder took a lot of time to judge that one. And he gets away with it, Rajesh. Well, it's super bowling this by Manoj Dhanwani. This time nudged towards the fielder at short third. It's gone straight to him. So now one more delivery left in the 16th. It struck the pad, big appeal, and the umpire not interested. Well, very close to getting his 5-wicket haul. That's another single added to the total. That is now the end of the 16th with the score at 133 for 7 for the Park Lions. Right then, Ashish Mehta continuing here, coming around the wicket to the left-handed Jay. And a single taken of the first delivery itself brings Rajesh back on strike. Rajesh coming in here at number 9. 2 of 2 at the moment for him. So maybe an opportunity for Ashish Mehta to get amongst the wickets here. Well, this time a swing and a miss. Wanting to cut that one away through the offside. And very close to finding the outside edge. Well, another 22 deliveries left in the innings. 22 singles gets them to 156, which will be a decent total, but they would be wanting to push somewhere around that 170 mark. The Lions. And it seems like Jay holds the key here for that. Well, this time the ball skidding through the surface, very close to crashing onto that off stump. And another dot delivery. Well, it does not seem like the cross-batted shot is going to work because at times the ball stays low out here at the Khalsa cricket ground and you need to play with a straight bat. This time he plays with a straight bat, but he's missed it. And once again an appeal, but the umpire not interested again. And given as a leg bye. So he gets off strike and brings Jay back on strike. Well, once again, just pushed on the offside, straight to the fielder. And another single taken. So one more delivery left in the 17th. Well, once again, a swing and a miss, and once again, very close to that off stump. That's another dot to end the over. It's 136 for 7 now at the end of the 17th. So Manoj continuing here. And he once again starts off with a dot delivery. We're lucky to get away with that one. Jay on strike. He's got 5 more deliveries left, Manoj, to try and get his 5-wicket haul. Once again, just pushed on the offside. Straight to the fielder, out there at short third. And a single taken. And that brings Rajesh on strike. Once again played on the offside. Well, sent back at the right time by Jay, because Rajesh was up and running. He was set on his bike. And called back at the right time. Still 15 more deliveries left in the innings. And it's been a brilliant comeback by the Tigers. The Tigers are roaring. This time definitely going down the leg side. Another dot delivery. This time a wide delivery. Once again played uppishly and finds the man out there in the deep. One more delivery left in this 18th. One more delivery left in this Manoj spell. 4 for 22 for him in his 3.5. Can he get that 5-wicket haul? Well, that's once again angled down the leg side. So another dot to end the over. That is now the end of the 18th with the score at 139 for 7. And now a compulsion of power surge coming up. Right then, an outstanding spell by Manoj coming to an end. 4 for 22 in his 4 overs. So Ashish Mehta continuing in this penultimate over and picked up. And it's gone right through the fielder. It will trickle away to the fence. A boundary for Rajesh. It's been a while for a black sphere 4. Well, it is the power surge over. Just 2 fielders outside the inner ring. One on the offside, one on the leg side. Well, it went straight to the fielder at offside, but still it trickles away to the fence. So 4 welcome runs out there for the Lions. Can they push to that 160 mark at the least, if not more? Well, it is an opportunity with the field in. A packed field. So where does Ashish Mehta go now? Well, this time on the leg side. And the fielder does really well to stop that one. A single taken. So that single brings Jay back on strike. Well, both these batters have played 11 deliveries and Jay and Rajesh have scored 9 and 8 respectively. And still 10 more deliveries left in the innings. Can they get a couple of lusty blows, which will help them to push maybe even beyond 160, which will be more than decent, you got to say. This time misses out. The batter once again very close to finding the outside edge there, Ashish. Well, that single brings Rajesh back on strike. Rajesh, who is looking a bit more comfortable inside this power surge. Playing the ball over the infield. He did that on a couple of occasions. Once through the offside, once through the leg side. Couldn't quite get a boundary on that leg side. But this time he will surely get a boundary down that leg side. Has that found the distance? Well, it's been given as a 4 by the umpire. It's another black sphere 4 in this over. And they have cashed in 9 runs in the first 5 deliveries. Beautiful shot over the infield and over the fielder at mid-on. One more delivery left in this 19th. Once again picked up and a very good catch. Brilliantly taken. And Ashish Mehta gets a wicket of his last delivery. He has that last laugh. And the Lions lose their 8th. Well, Rajesh was really making the most of that power surge. Just couldn't quite get going. And a brilliant take out there in the deep. Well, it was slightly short. It was right in the swinging arc of the batter, but exactly where the fielder was placed, and a very good catch at deep mid wicket. 149 for 8 now at the end of the 19th. Well, Naman bowling this last over, and he's been greeted with a boundary off the bat of Jay. Well, Naman coming around the wicket to the left-handed Jay. Slightly short and nicely picked up on that leg side over the fielder at square leg. A black sphere 4 to start off this last over. Also brings up the 150 for the Lions. 153 for 8 now with 5 more deliveries left. How many more can Jay cash in here? Well, maybe even 165 on the cards now with that boundary of the first delivery. Well, this time played down the ground. And that's beaten the fielders. That's another boundary for Jay. Another black sphere 4. Well, he's not realized it yet. They are keeping on running. Well, full marks for the commitment as well. He's placed that one to perfection between the mid-off and the mid-on fielder. Some crucial runs out here for the Park Lions at the back end of this innings. And once again picked up. The fielder is getting across. He will manage to stop that one. And a couple of runs is what they take. So a rare dot delivery by Naman, and now 2 more deliveries left. Once again picked up on the leg side. Big gap out there. Excellent stroke. Another boundary for Jay. Another black sphere 4. Beautifully placed. That's the 3rd boundary of this last over. And now 1 more delivery left in this innings. Well, it's the beauty of the power surge, isn't it? "24 not out of 18 for Jay. 24 crucial not out of 18. He's got 1 more left. He would be eyeing to get at least 4 more. Here we go. Last ball of the innings. And he's played that one down the ground. They are running for the hills. They will come back for the second. Opportunity for a run out, and it will be a run out. So 164 for 9 is where the Lions finish at. A decent total in the end. Well, at one stage it was looking as if they will be scoring 200, and then they lost their way. Even 150 was seeming difficult. And some crucial runs in the power surge, helping them to get to this total of 164 for 9. Well, here is the replay of that run out. Well, the target for the Tigers will be 165 when they come out to chase. And the game very much in the balance. We will be back for the chase in a short while from now. Right then, back here for the chase and a wicket just off the second delivery. The off stump is uprooted. In fact, the middle stump. And not for one. Straight away in trouble out here, the Tigers. And the Lions taking up the momentum that they had in the back end of the first innings. It's a roots and ritual wicket for Vatsal. Well, in comes Deepesh at number 3. Once again, beautifully bowled. Big appeal and 2 and 2 for Vatsal. The Tigers lose their second. And Vatsal will be on a hat-trick. What a start this is. Straight away on top. The Park Lions at the start of the second innings. And it's not for 2. Right then, not for 2 then. And Vatsal is on a hat-trick in this very first over. Well, we have seen a hat-trick already in this game by Manoj. And now Vatsal will be up against Sham, who will be facing this hat-trick ball. He's taking his guard at the moment. And straight away the Tigers having their backs against the wall here in this chase. Well, those last couple of overs just shifting the momentum out there in the favor of the Lions. Those couple of power surge overs, they got some boundaries, some crucial runs at the back end. And Vatsal at the moment having his tail up. Sham taking his time out there before facing that hat-trick ball. Here we go then, hat-trick ball. Vatsal up against Sham. And Sham has driven that one nicely on the offside, playing that one beautifully. And he gets off the mark straight away. So the first run on the board. So for the first time, Prateek on strike. Once again, a big appeal. Well, the umpire is not interested. They are quite convinced. But that is not going to change the decision of the umpire. Let's have a look at that one once again. Well, went right through bat and pad. Well, the bowler claiming it, the wicketkeeper claiming it that there was an inside edge. The umpire thinks otherwise. So just a dot delivery, and now one more delivery left in this first over. 1 for 2 at the moment. So the last ball of this first over, it's from the cue of the bat, and it's played on the offside for a single. So Pratik also off the mark. So that is the end of the first over with a score at 2 for 2 for the Tigers. So Sahil Patel continuing. Well, it was a nothing delivery, and it's played beautifully through that offside. That's the first black sphere 4 of this innings. Slightly behind square, and an excellent shot to get them up and running here. Well, they need a few more of those to try and push the opponents back. Well, it seems like we are in here for a cracker though. Lions versus the Tigers. For a moment, it was Lions on top. For another moment, it was Tigers. And once again, it is Lions. And once again, the Tigers are getting back into it. Back-to-back fours for Pratik. Another black sphere 4. 2 and 2 for him. Just eases the pressure that was put up in the previous over. One bounce and over the fence. So Sahil would be wanting to bowl a closer line now. And he's picked this one up straight down the ground. And the fielder got across. Well, he couldn't quite hold on to it. And the ball just trickles away to the fence, adding insult to injury. 3 back-to-back fours for Pratik. Another black sphere 4. And just the kind of the over that they needed, the Tigers. Well, almost carrying to the fielder. It was a brilliant effort. But just not good enough, and not even good enough to keep it away from the boundary. To add salt to the wounds to it. Off the bowler. Well, Sahil Patel at the moment not able to respond. 3 consecutive fours. Well, this time pushed on the offside, straight to the fielder. So a dot delivery for Sahil. Well, this time played on the leg side, and another one gone. It's gone straight down the throat of the fielder. And talk about a response. That is won by Sahil Patel. And Pratik departs after hitting those 3 fours. He was high on confidence. This time not quite able to get the middle of the bat. And the Lions celebrate once again. The Lions are roaring. Well, once again, not the best of the deliveries, you got to say. It should have been picked up over the fielder at fine leg, but somehow he manages to hit that one straight to the fielder. And a big, big smile on the face of the fielder as well. 3 gone now for the Tigers inside the first 2 overs. It's 14 for 3. Well, talk about an arrival at the crease. Have a look at that shot by Manoj. What a strike. Well, he's got a hat-trick to his name early on. And this time, a boundary of his very first delivery. It's a black sphere 4. And that is the end of the second over now. With the score at 18 for 3. So Vatsal is going to continue now in this third over. Well, Vatsal, who found himself on a hat-trick in the very first over, continuing here. Here we go then. Vatsal up against Sham. And Sham pushes that one on the offside. A forward defense. Well, these two need to stay out there at the crease for as long as possible now. Because 3 early wickets. And the Tigers, well, they're in big trouble at the moment. And now a wide delivery down the leg side. Well, this time a wide delivery. This time played towards the offside for a single towards the third man region. Well, Vatsal has been struggling in this over so far. He's bowled 3 consecutive wides. This time played on the leg side for a single. Well, this time a swing and a miss. Well, in fact, he's found the outside edge. He's got the wicket of Sham. Vatsal gets his third and the Tigers losing their way. 4 gone now. Another roots and ritual wicket for Vatsal. He's turned the game on its head here. What a delivery once again. This time Sham wanting to go big. A nick and an excellent take by the wicketkeeper Vijay Singh. Well, how do they get out of this now, the Tigers? Well, Rishi comes in here at number 6. Once again, superbly bowled by Vatsal. He's been right on the money apart from those 3 wides. Eyeing for his 4th now. One more delivery left in this 3rd. And this time driven, it's found the gap. And he gets a single, Rishi Kapoor. He gets off the mark, so that is now the end of the 3rd over with a score at 24 for 4 for the Tigers. Right then, Sahil Patel continuing now into this fourth over. Well, he was hit for 4 fours once again in the air, and somehow it lands into no man's land. Well, almost a fifth. And another dot delivery for Sahil. Once again, what a delivery. Well, this time Rishi Kapoor survives. Almost a fifth. Well, every single delivery, it looks as if there's going to be a wicket. Remember, this is the last over of the power play. A couple of overs of power surge after this, if they opt to take it. It is on the batting team's choice, and they would be wanting to consolidate once again. They wouldn't be wanting to take that power surge immediately. Meanwhile, it's another one. It's Rishi Kapoor, and the Tigers lose their fifth. They've lost half their side now. Another roots and ritual wicket, and it is getting over very soon for the Tigers. 24 for 5. Well, in big trouble now, the Tigers. Well, getting off the mark with the boundary. Well, this time behind square. It's beaten the wicket keeper. Will that run away as well? Yes, it will. Back-to-back black spear fours for the Tigers. Well, that is now the end of the fourth over with the score at 32 for 5 at the end of the power play. Right then, continuing with Vatsal here. Vatsal, he's taken 3 wickets already. Once again, a very good shot this time. Beautifully placed through that offside by the hat-trick hero. Manoj, the captain himself, leading from the front. Getting 4 more runs to his name. Well, he's raced on to 9 of just 3 deliveries. He's striking at 300 at the moment. And Yash, 8 of 2 deliveries, striking at 400. Well, once again it struck the pad and once again it's given. Number 4 for Vatsal. Tigers lose their 6th. And the man who took the hat-trick early on departs here for 9. And the Tigers in big, big trouble. 37 for 6. Would you believe it? An excellent delivery, no doubt at all for the umpire. It was right in front. It was plumb. And another roots and ritual wicket. Beautiful piece of bowling with the new ball. Right then, in comes Rajiv Gokani. And is Vatsal going to be the man to get a 5-wicket haul? He's got 4 already, 4 for 13 in his 2.2 overs. Well, Rajiv, also someone who bowled beautifully early on, took a couple of wickets. This time a straight drive. It's an excellent one. But the fielder at long off will cut that one off. In fact, the fielder at long on does. So a single of his very first delivery. Rajiv is up and running straight away. Brings Yash on strike. Well, this time a slower delivery. Well, with every delivery, Vatsal seems like he's going to take another one. 38 for 6 at the moment. One more delivery left in this fifth. Well, this time a thick outside edge, and it's past the fielder at slip. Luckily for the batter, and a single is what he will get. So that is now the end of the fifth over with the score at 39 for 6 for the Tigers. Well, once again a swing and a miss. This time just underneath the bat. Well, very close to the stumps. And this time pushed back on the offside. Another dot delivery. And this time he goes big. Has he found the distance? Not quite so. He's found the fielder. And have a look at that. How has he held on to it? He's held on to it with his body. And the Tigers lose their 7th. Sahil gets his 3rd. Another roots and ritual wicket. And the Lions continue to roar. 40 for 7. Another one gone. This time it is Rajiv Gokani. And a good little take out there by the fielder. Well, once again, a big appeal. This time it was an inside edge. Off the bat of Manish. Gets off the mark of his very first delivery. So 41 for 7 now at the end of the 6th over. Well, Vatsal bowling his 4th consecutive over and he gets a fifer. It's a 5-star performance by the pacer Vatsal. 8 gone for the Tigers. Another roots and ritual wicket. It's a 5-wicket haul. 5 for 15 in just 3.1 overs. And the Tigers 41 for 8. Have a look at that catch. Absolutely brilliant. It was towards his left, and somehow he's managed to hold on to that one. Brilliant performance this. Well, in comes Sudeep Sinha at number 10. Even in his wildest dreams, he wouldn't have expected himself to come out so early at the crease. It's just the 7th over, and Vatsalvali is bowling his last over of the spell. 5 for 15 in his 3.2 overs. Well, he is eyeing a wicket on every single delivery. He's got 4 more deliveries left. Nicely pushed straight to the fielder. Well, at the moment, the Tigers would be wanting to try and get as close as possible, because they will know how crucial the net run rate is as well in this tournament. A long way behind in this game. Well, once again it has struck the pad. Well, this time the umpire gives that one not out. Well, absolutely brilliant bowling by Vatsal so far. This time played on the leg side, along the carpet by Sudeep Sinha. And he gets off the mark of his 4th delivery. And now one more delivery left in the spell of Vatsal. 5 for 13 in his 3.5, eyeing his 6th. Up against Yash Sangvi now. Well, one of the batters, Yash Sangvi, who has got into the double figures. 10 of 7 deliveries. Other than that, I don't think anyone else has got into the double figures either. So Yash keeps it out. A dot delivery to end the 7th over with the score at 42 for 8 for the Tigers. Well, an outstanding spell by Vatsal coming to an end. 4 overs, 5 for 16 for him. And he is getting an ovation out there by the teammates. Right then, Sahil Patel is going to continue now. Even he is going to get bowled out here. 4 consecutive overs for him. He's got 3 for 26 in his 3. Can he be another bowler who gets a 5-wicket haul? Well, Vatsal has got 5. He's got 3 and 2 more wickets left in the innings. He's up against Sudeep Sinha in the air and it lands safely. Well, once again playing that one up Ishley and out towards the fielder on the offside. A single taken by Sudeep brings Yash back on strike. Well, these two trying to get some runs out here for the Park Tigers. Well, still 121 required of 77 deliveries. This time heaved onto the leg side. Another single taken. Well, they basically need a miracle out here, the Tigers. This time the ball just skidding through the surface, staying low. And another dot delivery. And this time he's gone right through, castled. And Sudeep Sinha also has to take the long walk back. Another roots and ritual wicket. Fourth one for Sahil. And even he is eyeing a 5-wicket haul for himself. 44 for 9 the Tigers. Would you believe it? Unbelievable scenes out here at the Khalsa Cricket Ground. Where it was a slower Yorker. And he's completely undone there, Sudeep Sinha. Wanting to play that one through the leg side. And the ball just goes on and crashes onto the stumps. And Sahil will enjoy that one. Right there, in comes Namam at number 11. Well, once again in the air and it falls just short of the fielder. Well, he's got one more delivery left now for Sahil. He's got 4 wickets. Can he get his 5th? Well, these two opening bowlers have stolen the show out here. One more delivery left. Well, somehow he's got his bat towards it. Well, a chance of a run out. And he's made it back on time. So it's a dot delivery. That is now the end of the 8th over. With a score at 44 for 9 for the Park Tigers. And Sahil Patel is also bowled out. So finally a change in the bowling. Well, it's a mandatory one because both the bowlers are bowled out. Vatsal and Sahil. Vatsal taking 5, Sahil taking 4. A 5-star performance by both the pacers. Especially by Vatsal, taking some key wickets right at the top of the innings. Well, continuing with Krishna Pathak here. And this time it's a googly And an appeal, but the umpire not interested. Well, this time offering a lot of flight and played straight to the fielder on the offside. And this time a wide delivery by Krishna Pathak. Well, how would the Lions love to finish this off quickly? This time tucked away on the leg side. It is in the gap and a single taken by Naman. He gets off the mark of his fifth delivery. Well, once again tossed up. It's played in the air on the bounce towards the fielder at long on. Single taken. Once again just pushed back to the bowler. That is now the end of the ninth over with the score at 48 for 9 for the Tigers. So Harsh continuing here and played nicely by Yash on that leg side. The fielder does extremely well. And a couple of runs is what they will get. So that will bring up the 50 for the Tigers. 50 for 9. This time nicely driven. Straight to the fielder. Chance of a run out. And he's made it back on time. Well, that could have been the end of the game. Well, on that occasion, a swing and a miss. Just the 2 runs of the over so far. That too came of the very first delivery. And now 2 more deliveries left in this 10th. 50 for 9, the Tigers. Seems like going to be the lowest total of this tournament so far. Once again, very close to finding the outside edge. This time pushes it towards the fielder at mid-on, and a slight fumble will allow them to get across. So that is now the end of the 10th over with the score at 51 for 9 for the Park Tigers. Right then, change of ends, and Krishna Pathak will continue. It struck the pad, and the umpire says no. Yash Sangvi, the man on strike. Once again, beautifully bowled. This time charging down the wicket. That's found the gap, and that will go away for a black sphere 4. So a boundary of the bat of Yash. Well, charging down the wicket and playing that one nicely along the carpet on the leg side. The ball just raced away to the fence. This time a wide delivery. Well, once again it struck the pad, and this time it's given. And Krishna Pathak gets his first roots and ritual wicket. And the Tigers are bowled out here for 56, would you believe it? And the Park Lions win this game by 107 runs on this day number 9 of the Park Cricket League. Well, the Tigers would have felt that they were very much in the game, especially after the end of the first innings. But a total dismal performance with the bat out here. Wanting to play that one on the leg side, struck right in front, and an easy decision in the end for the umpire. So an amazing game of cricket coming to an end, and we will be back on Friday in the Park Cricket League. Until then, goodbye.